Hi, morning. You guys don't know if it's morning or not, but it's morning, Saturday morning to be exact. And I have my tripod stuff, and I'm gonna set you guys up because we're going to do gardening. You'd swear that I'm asking the world of my phone when all I'm asking it to do is stand the fuck up. But did I just scare a lizard? I'm sorry, baby. But I just bought these from Honeybee, Grow with Honeybee. www.growwithhoneybee.com. I went to games night last night and she had a stall there and I got, it smells so good, rosemary. I've been dying for rosemary. I really hope that I can make it live. Like, please continue to live. It's alive right now. She smells amazing and I'm hoping that I can keep these alive. I got rosemary, 2 scotch bonnet pepper. It have to be scotch bonnet pepper, right? Yeah, it would have said sweet pepper if it's not. Scotch bonnet pepper and spearmint. She also smells lovely, but barely. Like the spearmint, you kind of have to pinch off the leaf, crush it a little bit to like let that aroma release. You can't just sniff. But the rosemary, it's all there. The smell is all there. I can't wait for it to turn into a bush and just like as soon as you walk past my little entry point, which is right here, as soon as you walk in, I want you to be able to like smell the rosemary right away. So I want this to be in the beginning. They're in little cups right now and I'm guessing maybe I should have done research before I started. Like, now that I think about it, I don't know everything. Anyway, we're gonna do our best. We're going to look for what we need to look for and we're gonna see what we can do. I'm gonna show you what we're working with. Let me show you my little collection. I'm actually going to just put you guys right there. So I have this going on, this whole thing from here to here, cherry tomatoes. And as you can see, it's huge and this pot is not huge. It's trying so hard, I believe it's trying to escape. And when I talked to, did she tell me her first name? But let's just call her Honeybee, who I bought the plants from. She was telling me that because it needs sunlight, and as you can see, right here is shaded. You guys are in the sun. The shade is right here. And I think it's trying to get to the sun, but me personally, I don't like leaving plants in the sun because I think it just dries them out. Like they think they want the sun so bad, and I understand because I want some sun too sometimes. But really and truly, sometimes you just want a little step into the sun and then get the foot back into the shade, and I understand that. So I think it needs to stay in a pot instead of being planted in the ground, so that I can like move it to the sun when it's time for sun time, and then move it back to the shade when it's time for cool chill out time. You get me? So, but bottom line is, like, aside from that, like why I even mentioned it trying to escape as well, and how big the plant is and how small the pot is because there's like mad bay leaves in here. Not bay, what are they called again? I don't know if I want to lift this up. Let me just turn it. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I'm hurting her to show you guys. I'm sorry. We're never doing that ever again. What was I saying? Basil. Yes, there's a bunch of basil right here. Like all of these, basil. And then around the edges, we'll have a lot of scallion growing as well. And they're growing. So, low-key, I'm wondering, like, maybe I shouldn't take out the cherry tomatoes. Maybe I should let the cherry tomatoes have the pot for itself, and then I take out the basil and put the basils somewhere else. Like, does that make sense? Like, we have this whole thing right here. I feel like that's an option because it's basically empty. It can't move. Like, it could move, but not with my girl strength, my limited girl strength, my weak girl strength like that. On that note, I want to get stronger. but that's a conversation for a whole different day. But I'm just letting you know we're going to start that journey at some point because I need to get strong. But yeah, I want to put some shit in here. Some shit. I want to put some babies in there. I want to plant some babies in there. Start a whole different motherhood journey right here. And I believe they'll have more space that way. Also, this particular pot is not very porous. I think you can see it. It's not very porous. Like, water doesn't get to escape from there very easily. Woof. And I think that would be really good for the basil because basil loves water. It can't go one day without getting, well, it could, but it just doesn't like not getting water, and it likes to sit in that water for a while. Like, the roots are not going to dry out from being in water for a prolonged period of time. It's like utilizing all of that water, and it likes it. So I think putting it in a pot that retains water for a prolonged period of time would be ideal for basil in particular. The other ones, I'm not too sure. Oh, same set for scallion as well. Like, I don't think scallion loves to be in water for a prolonged period. I think it hates it actually. Actually, so maybe let's forget scallion for a second. Scallion is fine where it is, but I need to do my research on. Oh, I'm doing the squats. Last night I was trying so hard to do this particular squat because I saw it on Instagram where you have your feet flat down on the ground, and then this essentially rests on this, like these meet, and you put your arms out, you rest your arms on top of your knees, and you essentially can just like chill there, like chill. That's something that you're supposed to be able to do, and a lot of people couldn't do it, and I really couldn't do it last night. But I'm realizing I couldn't do it because I was clenched up. I was like real fucking stiff. But when I just relax my coochie, just let that front chill, just like let it feel like it's about to drop and touch the floor, I can do it, and it feels so chill and relaxing. I've unlocked a new like aspect of life. But anyway, back to the plants. Let me show you the callaloo. Now we're over here. This is my callaloo. She's huge. She's beautiful. We actually have two babies here, purple callaloo and yes, huge. She needs to be harvested. Like, the leaves are doing what it's doing because all of those leaves need to be clipped off. I just haven't been in the callaloo mood as of late for eating, but I'm gonna try and eat them today because I don't like having callaloos in the fridge. I've never eaten from the purple one. I don't know. I'll try it someday, but I haven't trimmed from it, and I haven't eaten from it because I don't know how big it's supposed to get, but I'm like, I know for a fact this is supposed to be eaten because it's like huge, and I can tell that it's ready to go because of whatever is happening here. If you know, tell me. But the purple callaloo is kind of a mystery to me. I think it's happening here. Yeah, these look like they need to be clipped off, so I'm gonna try and eat those as well. I brought this right here. It's an old drum, and I was wondering if I should just like put a bunch of scallion in there, and then have all the scallion together, because I don't know, I feel like it doesn't like being in the mix here. I don't think it likes being there, so I want to like put them all together. Like, I think they're struggling in the mix. I want just put like a whole bunch of scallion in this little thing. This is what I used to water from the big drum of water. This up here, more basil, another tomato, little plant. Right here doesn't get any sun whatsoever, so I'm assuming that's why this little baby has remained so small, so she might need to move. The reason that this one is up here is because spinach is growing from it, and spinach needs something to climb up, and I thought that the grill would be the perfect thing for it to climb along, so that's why they're up here. The basil seems to be fine. I know that it wants sun because basil usually has a bunch of little flowers coming out of the middle. I think they're called blossoms. This plant doesn't have that at all. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could smell the basil. Like, it smells up this whole area because I have so much. So you can just smell it as soon as you get close. Oh, that's so cool. But yeah, the scallion in here is clearly not surviving. I don't think it likes to be with other things, but the basil is so like full and beautiful, and I think it doesn't particularly need the sun because it's thriving, but it is not growing at the rate of its compadres, because look how huge these are. And these are the little flowers. They're so cute, my little babies. Look how cute. Setting this up was crazy. Like, I feel like I used half of the energy required for this task. It's just setting up the scene. But anyway, what I have here, and I'm realizing also, which is a good thing, I think I'm going to be doing most of this in the squat. Like, isn't it crazy that I saw that last night? Tried to do it until I actually did it, even though it was uncomfortable. And then I decided, because I didn't think about last night that I'm going to be doing gardening today. I'm just like, woke up in the spirit. As soon as I walked out and saw my plants, I'm just like, okay, yes, gardening today. And then now I'm just like scrouching down to do the shit just to realize how comfortable this shit is. That's crazy. Anyway, what I have here is 2 big things of water for the plants to soften the soil. I have water for myself right here. It's in the sun. Good teeth. Did an ant just, yeah, an ant just bit me. Like, girl, there's so many ants out here. Anyway, I'm going to get several bites today. But yeah, I have my water for me, water for them. I have that pillow for just in case I get tired and I want to sit down. And then I found a bunch of soil. I actually don't want it in frame. I found a lot of soil. This like 1, 2, 3, 4 thingies filled with soil that my grandmother's friend 5 brought from St. Elizabeth. And I don't know, like the basil and the tomato and the callaloo really likes this soil. The spinach likes the soil as well. Like, they've been eating up this soil and they've been thriving in it. And some of the stuff that she brought and planted in these stuff didn't survive because we didn't water them. They're too, like, when you space, for me, spacing out this stuff is a sure way to like go in the direction of me neglecting them, because I can't see everything. Like, I need everything to be in one place, and then I water things in one place. So that's why I'm planting all the stuff right here in particular, because I actually have a flower bed and I do want to put stuff right there, but it's not in the same stretch. So I'm going to know my limits and take on what I can take on at any given moment, and know when my capacity has increased. But as of right now, I can only deal with this stretch. So that's why we're focusing on right here. I'm going to, this right here, it's filled with like really dry, pebbly soil, and it actually has this really tall tree in here. I think it's going to be really happy that I'm adding all of these other stuff, because now I'll probably pay more attention to it. Right now, there's like the glass resting on it. But I'm wondering if I should pour water on it to soften it before trying to dig it up, or what. I think I'm going to do that. So we're going to add a little water. It fall right to the bottom. So we can tell that this mix is extremely porous just from how quickly that happened. I'm just like digging it up with the knife. We're back. Right now it's a slushy. Okay, this one can come out now. So this is this one. I don't think it's dead, so I'm just going to leave it to the side. Guys, I dug up this stuff. You can tell by how out of breath I am. Ooh, slow down my back. Look how big this is. and you guys can't see, but it's really tall. So as I said, I want to move it closer to the right. I also got out these. Look how serious these roots are. Like, digging that up was not a joke. Those can literally thrive anywhere. They grow really well, and I see why now that I see the root system. But I don't want them in here, so I'm actually going to replant them and just put them somewhere else and try to get this more situated. But I'm not going to like fan off any of the soil. I don't know if that's something I'm supposed to do. I don't know. I didn't even want to uproot it because it was very comfortable where it was. But I just really want to do something else with this pot. So I'm digging up right here so I can allow it to at least get as deep as it was before. I'm out of breath. I'm digging a nice little hole. I took out some of the rocks because they were really pissing me off. Because why are those big ass cement blocks in here? Okay, putting it deep in there. Is it deep? I think we can go deeper. You know what this is giving? It's giving this. This is what we need. Yeah. So we already dig it up. Like, now I just need to actually remove some of that. And now we have a deep hole. I think I'm going to put a little bit of water. Oh, there's nothing there anymore. There's a tubes of water right there. Set it on top. Press it down. I don't know if you're supposed to press it down, but we're going to press it a little just to stabilize it. I'm going to use a knife to kind of spread out the roots a little bit and spread out the dirt that's around the roots. Make sure it's standing up straight. It's still kind of in the way, but whatever. And I'm just going to pack some of that dirt around it, but not too much because remember we're mixing this soil. Okay, so I think it's stable, and now that it's stable, I'm going to add some of the dirt that I said I wanted to. It's like orangish. It's like a clay almost. Like, it feels more like clay than anything else. And I'm just going to chip off a little bit. Oh, is this clay at the top? And it's this nice soft soil with a little bit of gravel. I don't know anything about soil, so I really shouldn't be giving any descriptors because I really don't know. And I found this too, and it's really soft, like extremely soft, and it's dark. It looks like something she bought. I'm going to add a little bit of that. Don't know what's going on. I'm really just hoping for the best. I'm going to add a little bit of that. Is this enough? Because I don't know if you want to like fill the thing to the brim. You know? Can you guys even see? Yeah, you can't see. But I don't know if you can fill it to the brim. I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. I had a thought. Oh yeah. I'm going to try and mix it up with the knife. Is this a rock? Nope. Just all put together. I think it's going to be easier if I add a little bit more water. Yeah, that's better. I feel like I'm making cement. Sharp past edge of the window. Now I can open it further since I moved this over to the right. Ooh, why is the tomato like right here? Really? I'm like pulling this so that you can see. So this is what I'm doing. Trying to just mix it up. Mix up the new soil that I added with the soil that was already in here. I added a little bit of water to try and make it a bit easier. And I want to just push some over there. I think we need more. Ah! Ooh, this one's falling apart, this part. Let's say add all of this. That's a lot of orange. I don't know, man. It look kind of orange, like a rust color. This looks good. This looks like some nice soil. So right now the question is, what do we? Oh yeah, basil. I think it was basil that I wanted to put in here. So let me turn this again. I'm so scared because I don't want to kill them by uprooting them. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I'm scared. I'm so scared. And this smells so good. Oh, I'm so scared. But we can do this. We can do this. These are the... Oh, ants are coming out. Also, that basil that was huge, I thought it was like two different ones, because you see it's like one here, one here. It's actually one plant. I don't know if they fused or if it was just always one plant. And this is my problem. I don't like the sounds that I'm hearing at all. I don't like the tearing sounds. Oh, what is this now? Oh, that's another basil. Oh my god. I hate everything that I'm hearing right now. I feel like this is all basil. Yes, it is. Should I add water? Oh, another basil. Damn, there's another basil back here. They're really twisted up. Oh my gosh, a snail! Look! He's like curled up, scared. Let me put him on the wall. Come, baby, it's fine. Doesn't want to come out. Let me put him. Oh no. I might close the window, so let me not do that. Put him right here. Okay, you can't be in the soil, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna tip a little water in here because I feel like that would make it easier to like do. But I'm realizing it's a whole party in here. Everybody is like, it's like a one big orgy. Everybody's fucking everybody. Okay, so let's lift the basil from underneath to start. I want to give the tomato some sort of support while we're digging. So okay, let's it rest on there and let's dig again. And by the end of this, the tomato is going to be by itself. I think that's what it desires. So I hate those ripping sounds. And it's the same thing when I'm doing my hair. I hate hearing any sort of ripping. And I know it's just like something that's inevitable when you're using a tool to detangle your hair. Oh, we got one! Same way it's inevitable when you're trying to literally dig up a plant, like take it away from its home. Like it's going to want to be there to some capacity. But we're just trying. We're just trying to let it go. Because like it can grow back, I think. The roots are it's alive. And once something is my grandmother say, she said, once there's life, there's hope. She told me that because I told her, don't bother save me if I get in an accident. Like, do not resuscitate. That's what I was saying her. And she's just like, don't say that she ever, she didn't say she just like, don't say that ever again. Once there's life, there's hope. Once it's alive, there's hope for the roots to grow. So I'm really trying to let it go. Like, it's not dying, but there's going to be a little bit of pain when you're trying to switch locations, when you're trying to experience change, when you're trying to expand. Because at the end of the day, I'm bringing it to this new mega-sized home, and but like, who doesn't want a new space sometimes? A brand new space with a lot more room to spread and get bigger. This is where we are now. let's see if it actually allows for it to expand. But this is what I was talking about, like it looks like two completely different plants, but it's actually one root system. So I'm actually just going to rest her down. I'm going to try to take up all of them before I decide where I want what. One of the basil leaf drop off. We can make some tea later. Also, I've tried that and it was really good. My friend actually put me on, I believe. She was telling me about it for like period cramps. I don't usually have like pain during my period, but I just wanted to try it. And the little discomfort that I do experience in my period, it actually helped me instantaneously. But then it helped me, but it also gave me like weird indigestion. So I guess pick your poison. So we're putting back our spinach. She's a big girl, look how big she is. I just want to like hang her off my body like a snake. So, oh, we're going now. This is she's so pretty. I'm sure she's delicious. I barely eat spinach, but I need to start eating more. Okay, trying to get some room to get up on the ledge around the plants. I hope ants don't bite me, but we're going to try and hang her back up. Woo! Why am I hearing snaps? Girl Lala, please, please, just survive this. I'm begging you. I don't want to stretch her too much, because it's like I'm sure she doesn't want all of that gymnastics right now. After the tumultuous morning we've had. She literally just lost her friends. Okay, let's put this one right here. Put that right there. And then I'm just going to let this long one hang up and then hang back down. And kind of make a loop. I have an inkling, I don't know if this is true, but I have an inkling that making the passageway more like intricate in making it have an intricate course makes it like disheveled, like the growth is hard, it's like exceeding its limits because we're doing too much, but hopefully we have not done too much. Okay, now we're going to deal with the basil. These are all our basil bushes, basil, I don't know what they're called, but our basil is right here, all of them together, and we're gonna only put basil in here along with this little tree situation. So let me like take them out a little bit. We'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to rest them right here delicately because they're little angels, and I'm going to, what am I going to do? I guess let me dig a hole and put the angel in. We'll dig a hole. Okay, 1 hole. Let's put the biggest baby in the middle. Trying to like dig deep down to allow that little tail, like this little tail that hanging off right there, I want to just like allow it to go deep down and actually stretch down in the hole, and then we're just going to cover it up. Okay, 1 down, and then let's go right beside her towards the edge a little bit, right beside her. With the second largest one, which I think is she. Actually no, that doesn't make sense. Let's go with a smaller one beside the bigger one. Yeah, getting deep in there, patting down. This smell, I wish you guys could smell her. We love a fragranced queen. But anyway, Now I have another big boy. I'm going to put it in the opposite direction of the other big one so that the two big ones aren't side by side, because they seem to want more room. Look at all those roots. When these were first coming in, let me know if any of you guys are like this. But that maternal experience was so particular. It's like it was in a clear glass, and it was all of this seeing, like I was getting to see it right through the clear glass. It was just in water, no soil, no nothing. It looked just like this growing really large, but the vines were just showing. And when those like vines started coming out, like I had my personal experience of a maternal instinct, which was just like I just wanted them to essentially wrap around me and get nutrients from, like I wanted to become the soil, like how I'm putting it in soil right now, and it's going to thrive in this soil. You water the soil and it becomes the home of the plant. I really wanted the roots to attach themselves to me and utilize me for my personal life force, which is essentially what happens when you're pregnant. Like something's growing in you and your body becomes a vessel for the life of another, literally for the survival of another. It's if you don't eat, it don't eat. If you don't get watered, it doesn't get watered. Like that was, I know that feeling is a maternal feeling. Like that's literally what pregnancy is. And that's how seeing the little baby roots made me feel. And it was so strange, but it made me so excited and filled with love and just like adoration for the plant. And just like it made me so excited to wake up in the morning to just come and look at it. Like I would just like boom flick out of my bed and jump and skip right to my basil, and just I would just be like this, staring at it. And actually these aren't that first thing of basil, and like some pregnancies that came out of nowhere. That particular basil I actually bought to make pesto, and I ended up not getting enough time to make the pesto, and it was just sitting there. So I'm just like, let me put it in water so that it can stay plush until I finally get the time to make the pesto, which never came, and it was still in the water, and I was refilling the water just to realize that it was alive. Like they were alive. In that I bought it in a plastic bag, and it was in the bag for about a day, and I put it in water the next day, just trying to make it stay vibrant enough to be utilized to eat at some point, just for it to live, like literally live and grow and survive and blossom beautiful flowers. Like that shit caught me all the way off guard. It wasn't my intention, but it's what happened, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced. And now we're here. Now we have this whole bush of basil from me just like experiencing that beautiful experience. And I'm just like, oh, I get it now. Damn. I'm like trying to get up, but I can't. Look at that sun on me. Just pose. Is this what they mean by thumbnail? I have to be holding on to my babies for support. Guys, it's getting a little scary. It's not giving that I can get up right now. Somebody! Why does this hurt so much? You know what? Who needs to stand? Who needs to stand? Like, I feel like that's overrated. My legs are literally wiggling. Okay, we're up barely. Right now I'm using the shovel, and I'm just going to like push some of that soil back over. fill in those gaps. Is there a snail in here? No. Make sure it's standing up and getting that support that it needs to stand up straight. I should have clipped off these little babies at the bottom. Probably, I don't know. Let's just make sure that they're above soil. One more could have fit right here, but they're going to take up space as we intended. Now that they have more space to take up, they're going to take up that more space that they've received. I'm just trying to like pat it down a little bit. I think that's what you're supposed to do. By the time this video come out and you watch it and I've done something wrong, there's going to be our next gardening day, of course, that I'll have the opportunity to listen to you guys and rectify anything that I probably did wrong. So definitely tell me if you're noticing anything that I could have done differently, because I'm definitely going to utilize that information. Like, I'm a new mom, guys. I need a little help. I'm part of the new moms club. So like, definitely put me on. But we're just putting them down. Also, something I've like encountered, we're going back down. Oh my god. Something I've also encountered is I personally like to grow edible stuff, like the spinach I have, the callaloo, the basil, even though I don't eat basil. Just like stuff that are meant to be clipped and eaten, or clipped for its survival. And I can't bring myself to do that. I can't bring myself to do that. Like that callaloo right now needs to be clipped. Like it needs to be trimmed of the larger leaves. And of course I'm not just going to like take off the larger leaves and then throw away the rest. I'm not going to do that. I need to eat it. But I just love how big and grown she is. I don't want her to become like little again. I don't want her to shed herself of all of the beauty that she's accumulated through her growth. But that's what is necessary for new beauty to arise. And like, that might be representative of my own life, to be honest. Because one thing about me, I can't let shit go. I'm not one of them. I cannot let shit go. Like, if you know me, I cannot let you go. Look how beautiful they are. Ah! But I think maybe growing these are allowing me to engage in the particular experience of letting go to make room for newness, new beauty, and essentially more. Because with the basil in particular, when you clip it a certain way, it allows it to spread out and grow more, like to take up more room instead of like narrowing down and experiencing vertical growth that is not sustainable to its survival. Because I believe when it gets to a certain point, vertical is going to start, the weight of itself is going to start becoming its own detriment. So it's ideal for me to clip it to the sides and allow it to spread horizontally, like spread and take up more room instead of just like ascending vertically in a linear way. Like there's more growth to experience than just up. And like, I personally need to let that shit go so that I can bring myself to clip it, even though I feel like I'm doing something wrong. It's what is literally necessary for its survival. I just need to like face that and stop being scared. But you know what? We faced fears today because I really didn't want to like uproot them, and it was very scary for me. But I did it. I did it. And now they're all together and they look beautiful and they're in their new crib. This is really heavy. They're in their new crib. This baby is like newly moved. She's going to be living a whole new life because she's going to be getting the attention of my babies. There's actually a lot more room for something to be placed right here. Oh. Whew. But I didn't do that. I also could have utilized this room right here Oh, this one not standing up that way. Need more support on the other side. Yup. This one also needs more support right here. Make them turn up. Apply that pressure to the soil. Let me show you guys how it's looking. Okay, this is how we're looking. This is she, the long tall one. This is the tripod. So I was saying I could have put something right here, but I ended up putting them all together right there. You never know, maybe we'll get more basil and then the basil can go right there. But also I have to just be aware of the fact that I'm planning, my intention is for this to spread, so I want to leave room for it to grow, you know. And if it just decides that it wants to stay concentrated in this area, after a certain amount of time I will come to that conclusion and decide whether or not and put something right there and utilize that space. But for now, this is her crib and her crib only. If she wants to have guests, she'll make that decision, and that will come in the coming months. So now, this is the same one that had the tomato. This is where the basil was and the tomato, but now it's the tomato alone. And I took the tomato from up here with the spinach. Spinach is all by herself now. And I'm going to put the tomato that I took from there and put it in here because I believe it needed to be down here in order to grow. Oh, more basil leaves. We'll have to make tea with that. Yes, so I'm gonna like do something right now. I don't know what in particular, but we just want to put all the tomato together. I think I actually want to take out these scallions and put them somewhere else as well. So that's what we're doing right now. So I'm gonna take out all of these. Like, look how small they are. They started out so big and I just don't know what's happening. I don't know what the problem is, but I guess I can look at, I don't know, you guys tell me what the problem is. I don't know why they're not thriving, but I'm gonna uproot them. They're going to leave this habitat. Oh my gosh, I think I just broke all of them. Like, why am I being impatient? Like, girl, la. Okay, this one still have the roots. This is a little tomato. She has roots, so she's trying to grow, so we're going to leave her with the rest. I think I might have to just take out the whole tomato. Do I? I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can just like go underneath with this and kind of just lift everything off. Nope, I cannot do that. These are running deep. Like, this tomato is running deep. Okay, we got one out. Look at all her little vines. Okay, one down. Now let's get out these two. So now we get another scallion. So teeny for whatever reason, but whatever. Another tomato. Now we have all our tomato in here. This is our main tomato. This big huge thing, the biggest one, and the roots are insane. Like, I don't know if you can see, you can't see, but these roots are insane. So what am I going to do? I don't know. Do is just put more soil on top. I'm going to do both this black one and some of this, which is a mixture of the orange one and this, whatever this is. I don't know what's in here. TBH. And I'm just going to like pour a little water on top. Where's my water? That wasn't a little, but pour a little water on top and kind of like apply some pressure. So those little guys are fine, I think. I'm not really sure. This one kind of falling down, but let me just do a little bit of that. Pat, pat, pat around it so it can like kind of stand up. Standing up a little bit. And then for these big boys, oops, she told me that it's just going to go in the direction of the sun. I don't want it to develop scoliosis, so I'm going to push it in the opposite direction of how it's leaning right now, in hopes that it will try to bend in the opposite direction to go back into the direction of the sun. So we're going to put that right there. Right now they're a little bit too intertwined. I think I'm going to put that one right there, yeah. And I kind of want to give it support. Let's push it against the wall. So I'm going to allow the wall to give it support to stand up. So now it's resting against the wall. And it's going to have to come this way now to try and get to the sun. But I'm going to, since it's all by itself now, and I know that it really likes sun, and I think it's one of the few ones that really love sun, I'm going to be lifting up the whole pot, putting it in the sun for a while. I guess we can do that right now. We'll do that right now. Boy. Okay. And now it's gonna get some sun for a while. So, basil and tomato and spinach sorted. Now we're going to move on to the new plants that I just got. Rosemary, I know is going to need a good amount of space. Do you think I should put it beside the basil since both of them smell good? Is that a valid reason to do so? I think I should. No guess. But now I've decided to add the rosemary to the part where, you know, there was that little gap. So let's dig it up again. And I'm going to just like shake this up a little bit. I think that's how you do that. And that's it by itself. Literally my feet are trembling. This is my rosemary and this is the basil. So it actually has a good amount of space between the two. So the rosemary has room to spread and the basil has room to spread. So because I know of rosemary being a bush, so I believe it's going to spread. I don't know, we're gonna see, but I believe it's going to spread. Should I leave it with this little thing from Honeybee? Let me leave it there because it's kind of cute. And then boy, we're going to push this back. She smells so good. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for her to grow because I love rosemary. Okay, so this one, we're done. We're done. Going to move this. I'm just going to leave this in here for a second. Now we have the spearmint. What to do with the spearmint? I'm leaning towards this, but I know it's just because it looks cute. That's the only reason. But I think that's reason enough. So let's get some dirt. I'm going to take from this. And now we have our spearmint. And now she's in here. This is our spearmint in a bigger pot so it can grow. And I'm going to tuck that right here. Right there. Does it like sun? Does spearmint like sun? I don't know. And now I have the two hot pepper. Two of these. I'm actually going to give Nikayla one. So let me put down one for Nikayla. And I'm going to plant one. So she's been in her planting bag as well. So I'm gonna save this for her since I got two. And I'm gonna, which one do I want to use? I'm going to use one of these. Just one of these. It's just a slightly bigger pot. Same soft pot. I'm going to put a little dirt in there. I think I'm going to use this one. Oops. Remember to leave room. Where's our pepper? Oh, right here. And it's in. I can already see the roots. Ah, exciting. this is she in our bigger pot. I've been feeling it pretty high, like it's pretty much filled to the brim. Feel free to let me know if that's okay or not okay. Let me know. But as of right now, it's filled to the brim, so we're going to put that to the side. And then for the scallions, this is all the way see-through, so what can I do? Maybe I can put this in here? No, I can. Can I? No. Oh, I can do that. I put the pot like upside down in here, and I'm going to put some soil in this. Oops! Look at my freaking shoe. Oh my god. Like, what the hell? I'm not going to be able to wear that again for a good ass while, but whatever. Okay, we're done. I had to go and wipe my get a witch hazel wipe because the tears were really like, not tears, the sweat was burning my eyes. But we're good, we're done. Whew. I have to get that sweat off. I'm putting you guys on right now. Why is my water right there in the sun? Can't drink that now. But anyway, I'm putting you guys on woman's touch or women's touch witch hazel wipes. I'll show you the bag really soon. Amazing, phenomenal. Like, they will always get my money. Pads, fancy liners, wipes. These are the flushable wipes. I particularly like them now. Not for the flushable reasons. I'm not flushing wipes even if it says flushable, but it's just a whole different wipe experience. It's smaller and it's like a softer wipe. I like it. But anyway, I have both, but I really like this one. Okay, what was I saying? Lovely revelations. I'm proud of myself. Everything looks beautiful. I'm going to show you guys like after this. Smells amazing, and I'm really excited to see what comes of my how do you say go? Seeds, seeded. Seeds, plant. I'm ready to sow. So yeah. We're done. Let me show you. Okay. Wait. We just went through a whole ant situation, but look at my babies. I'm so excited. Let me show you guys. As you can see, this one is struggling a little bit, so hopefully she'll come back to life soon. This big boy in the bag is doing completely fine. I just gave her a little bit more water. Well, it's a bunch in there. You know what? I've decided they're all envies. So yeah, basil. They're cute. They're beautiful. Tomato. Beautiful, beautiful, stunning. Look at them. Bear in mind, I put it in the sun, it come out sad. As soon as I put it back in the shade, there they are, spreading out, enjoying life, because you just think you want the sun more than you actually want the sun sometimes. You just need a little pinch of sun and then go back in the shade. And that's what they got. Now they're back in the shade. They look beautiful. We'll have our little spearmint plant feeds. These ants are pissing me the fuck off. Like how I'm so... After I watched A Bug's Life. I don't know if you guys remember that show. I think that's what it's called, A Bug's Life, with the crickets and the ants. Ray-tay-tay. I have never wanted to kill an ant. Like, I just don't. Anytime I see an ant's nest, I do not have the desire. Actually, I feel sad at even the thought of having to get rid of them. But they have no remorse. They just bite. I have nothing for you. I'm not even no sugar. Well, I have a lot of sugar in me. I'm fruity, and I probably have really high blood sugar, the way I be going about my desserts. But anyway, that's not the point. I don't want to do anything to them, but here they go. Here they go, biting me. For what? And then now I have to be the bad guy and kill them. Let's progress with the tour. Yes, our new baby, spearmint in her new pot. This one will have to keep an eye on because it doesn't have anything underneath, any holes, and I don't think that's going to become a problem at some point. I tried to use porous soil and mix it up with the other stuff so that it can become more porous, and in hopes that it will allow the water to evaporate efficiently. But also it's summer, so it's supposed to be pretty hot. As soon as you wash it, the water evaporates, to be honest. Even though they're in the shade, like, it's extremely hot. So I'm hoping that that will work in its favor with the no holes in the bottom. And then I put all the scallion in this little one. I'm eyeing these. I don't know if they're going to survive. I don't know what they're on about, because they used to be so big and adult and luscious and beautiful, but I don't know if scallions are one of those that they're meant to live forever, or you're supposed to harvest them at some point and then plant a new set of scallions. So maybe that's the case. If you know, tell me. I don't know. And then we have our pepper, or Scotch bonnet pepper, in its new pot, looking like a baby in a big boy pot, but it's gonna become a big one soon. A big them. And now these are always here. I didn't do anything with them. I put this here. That needs to go. I was hoping that I could plant in this. I don't think that's possible. But here's our callaloo, looking Humongosaurus rex. Like, that's huge. I need to clip these. So I might make an omelette with some callaloo in the middle. So I'm going to trim these soon and eat them today at some point, but I don't know when. But she's looking lovely. The purple is trying to get to the sun, getting a little toops of sun. She looks stunning, growing so well. Maybe I'll try purple callaloo today as well. I've tried it before, but not from this particular plant. But yeah, she looks lovely. And then all of the purple ones that are uprooted from over there, I just rested in here because I realized that they don't particularly need to be placed directly into the soil. They will just kind of stretch down to the soil. That's what I found with this particular purple plant. Like, they be wanting to grow anywhere. Same for this one. They want to grow anywhere. It doesn't even matter. Like, it's going to grow. It chooses life. Something that we might have to learn from it. But these are all the babies together. They're so beautiful. My beautiful little family. My children. My offspring. Oh, and I didn't show you the spinach yet. Spinach is bare right now. Because we took out all the stuff. But she's growing up. That's her right there. And that's the whole family. Yeah, we've succeeded. Let me take a little family shot with my babies. Thumbnail. But also family portrait. I love you all. Bye. Let me kiss everybody. So pretty. I love you so much. Okay, I'm chilling now. I have the fan on. You can't see. I have the fan on full blast on me, and I decided to make myself a cocktail. It's a nice little iced tea almost. The tea is fenugreek and ginger tea, and then I added sour orange peel, and I macerated, I hope I'm saying it right, I macerated some basil and spearmint from my garden, from my family, and threw that in there as well. And it's like a nice spiced beverage. Very refreshing, very lovely. Feels like a reward. But what I like, how I even got the idea is because last night when I was picking which plant I wanted, she was telling me that the black mint is what they use in the mojitos, and mojitos are usually my favorite beverage of choice because I really like greenery in my drinks. I feel like it really balances stuff out. And I don't know if this is going to make this vlog, but last night I was talking about setting the intention to drink more like alcoholic beverages once I go out. Just as a little prompt, like bend that ass over, let that coochie breathe. We're trying to get into the motion of skinning out that front. So we're really trying to get there. That's on the agenda. Don't know when I'm going to be sharing that journey. That video is already like made, but I don't know. We'll see. But that's in the works. But that whole ordeal made me think about mojitos and how they just like put that perfect crushed black mint into the drink, and it really just like makes it perfect. You can't have a mojito without the black mint. And I thought to myself, why not give myself that experience with my brand new plant and a nice iced beverage, the nice reward, the fruit of my labor, right as soon as I finish it. Like, This shit tastes so good, and it's so green from the little bit of basil. It was 2 big leaves of basil and 2 teeny spearmint pieces. You can. It's there. It's barely there, but it's a nice little accent. And I think I'm getting quite a bit of chlorophyll and vitamin C from the sour orange. That doesn't matter. I just wanted a fun little drink. I'm having fun. It tastes absolutely delicious. I would give this to anyone that's okay with stuff tasting a little bit green. Like, that's something that they desire. It's so lovely. I just needed to show you guys my little reward before I close out the vlog. So bye.